9:30 p.m.
And you're back on Good Morning Sri Lanka, and Tommy's here again. He's about to do a demonstration. What's it called again?
It's called Chisao. It's the sticking hands method of Wing Chun that I want to explain a little bit about.
Awesome.
So what we do here is not just funnily waving our arms from the left to the right. What it actually is we get contact to our opponent. So the idea in Wing Chun is always that I want to hit the opponent first, right? So if you have somebody who stands like this, then I would not run around and actually try to hit him from here or anything like that, but I just go straight for the kill more or less.
Okay.
But it can happen, obviously, that he has his hands up, so we get in contact with him. Now, if I drop my hand, then he can punch me, right? So therefore, I try to stay in contact with him. And what we practice here when we do Chisao is actually we bring our arms in different positions. Sometimes I'm below, sometimes I'm at the outside, sometimes my arm is at the top, and sometimes it's on the inside. And we do that on both arms, which makes it very, very difficult for the partner to stick. So both of us have forward pressure, right? So it's like a chess game. Both of us are actually trying to find the gap in the partner's arms. So if he, for instance, pushes the arms to the side, then my arms are like a steel spring. It's like the branch of a tree that's being loaded, and the second the pressure is gone, boom, you just release it, right? Or if he pushes the arms down, for instance, it's the same thing that happens there. Or if he pushes the arms up, it's the same thing here. So the idea is always that I borrow his force, right? It's always like the branch of a tree or like a steel spring that's being pushed together. And the second the force is gone, boom, it extends. So I always go for his vital organs. I always go to where the main parts are where I can actually hurt him. The idea of Wing Chun is that the fight should never take longer than 2 seconds. Then after this, I have to learn how to defend against attacks from the inside, for instance, or if he attacks me here from the outside, or more complicated things where he blocks my arms out of the way and then he comes in. So everything is based on touch. I don't really know what I do until he gives me the information in the arms, right? So I never try to resist. It's not that when he pushes the arms to the side that I really resist. But the second I feel that he does that, then this is exactly where I let go and where I finish the scenario.
So you use his strength against yourself.
Pretty much, exactly. And you can actually do this blindfolded or actually with eyes closed because you have contact with the arms.
And I mean, Tommy,
and the entire thing goes within 2 seconds, yeah?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Buddy, do you remember what Tommy said before the break? He said, yeah, I could totally, do it blindfolded. So I totally came prepared, like I always do. So I got a blindfold. Tommy, you said you need to take your mic off.
Yeah, that would be better.
Okay. So I've got this blindfold. I'm totally going to put this on Tommy's eyes and make sure that he's talking the real thing. So I'm just going to put this on him right now. Maybe just take a close-up of this. This is real. He can't see nothing. This is the thing what we wear in like airplanes and stuff.
Try it on and see, Jason, whether it's fake or not. You can actually try it on and see. Yeah?
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can't.
Yeah, no, you can't see nothing.
Sure?
Oh, God, it's like you're actually blind or something. I'm just going to make sure that this guy's got it on. On, right?
Not really. Wait a minute.
And I think we need to see a slow-mo as well afterwards, maybe, just to see how it goes, because it's literally too fast, right?
That's it?
Okay.
Here we go. All right.
You look at that. Oh, snap! Dude, this is like so awesome.
I did that in my dream last night, man, not in the real world.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Really great.
That's pretty much how you and I fight. That's how it looks.
Yeah, exactly.
I think.
Unfortunately, I cannot repeat this.
Whoa, that was like a sick demonstration, Tommy. Seems like you broke quite a sweat.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Well, you've really put me to my place. You've actually completed that challenge, and that was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
And you know what's interesting? I was sitting here. I was actually feeling very, very nervous. You know,
Okay.
because you were literally fighting here, so I was just worried that you would hit me. But then, especially when you had the thing on your eyes.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry about that.
No problem.
You were not in danger at any moment, so it's all good.
Cool. Is it just him that he's in danger? Or?
Well, he's the one with the blindfold, right? So probably, yeah.
Cool.
Wait, let me get it straight. When you were fighting him with your blindfold on, so it wasn't rehearsed, obviously.
No.
And that was just, how did you know, like, okay, he's going to hit me somewhere here, I just got to...
You just don't know it, you feel it. But that's the whole idea of that Chiso thing. You know,
Right.
the second you got the contact,
Yeah.
he gives you all the information.
Instincts?
Right? Well, it's just repetition. Like when I feel you lift up my wrist, for instance, because you want to go to my head, then I'm just going to yield there.
Right.
If you go more over here to my elbow, then the elbow is going to give way.
Right.
So you give me all the information that I need, and I just, yield.
Okay.
And come in
So
where I find a
basically,
gap.
Tommy, from the soft touch, you get the vibe.
Exactly,
Yeah?
that's the idea,
And
yes.
from that point onwards, everything is, you know it.
Exactly. But you don't really know it, you feel it.
You feel it.
Yeah, it's like, it's not it's not something that you practiced before. It's just, it's there, it happens. He actually helps to create the situation. He decides how he gets hit according to his motions.
Right.
It's quite weird. It's difficult to explain. But the second you actually feel this, you try this Chiso, it makes total sense to you.
So this obviously can only be achieved, the skill of blindfolding yourself after years of practice, obviously.
Not really, actually. I mean, this whole thing begins single-handedly, and then we move on to what we call double arm Chiso.
Okay.
It actually, well, maybe after a year or 2 years of practicing, you should be able to defend yourself blindfoldedly against a variety of
So does this have like bells, as in sort of karate, you have brown belts, black belts? Here, do you have any kind of awards?
Well, I mean, yeah, not really belts, but we have a grading system. We have 12 instructor grades that are achievable, and 12 student grades, and then 12 instructor grades. And
what's the highest?
It's the 12th instructor grade, but this is something that you only get after your death. It's a philosophical thing, yeah.
Deep.
But it's pretty much. But it's usually a student needs about 3 months to fulfill one level, one student grade, and then he goes on for the instructor grades. It's a little bit longer.
Right. I mean, this was all great and all. Like for me, if I was a guy to go on the streets, usually guys here fight. They fight like street fighting. That's pretty much how it works. Now this guy, the demonstrator, your sparring partner, he obviously knows a bit of Wing Chun, so he kind of uses moves.
Yeah, he's actually the national director for Sri Lanka.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's the guy who actually got me over here. Contacted me like 3 years back. His name is Sifu Thommy Luke Boehlig, and he's the one who runs the schools and runs the organization over here.
Right.
But I know where you're going with this, so it is actually applicable on the street.
Right.
That's the whole idea of this thing.
Okay.
You want to see how?
Yes, I would. Okay, we're gonna go into a quick demonstration. It's at school.
Sure,
Please
no problem.
Show me how. All right, we're gonna go into a demonstration with Tommy and the Sifu of Sri Lanka with street fighting versus Wing Chun. This is exciting. I can't wait.
Me too.
Cause I mean, like you and me, like okay, I don't get into fights, which is bad, by the way. We don't do that here at MTV.
Well, the suspense is killing me, man. I'm just excited to see what's going to happen, because the last time was like, as I said before, I was just worried, like really worried. But
no, but you got a trained professional here, so he knows what he's going to do.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So, Tom, you ready?
Yep.
Off you go. Do it. That's like 3 moves, like 1, 2, done. It's like the same thing. Ronald, like, do you notice, like, every single time he just puts his opponent down in like 3 different moves? Just watch this, count this, alright? Count this.
Yeah.
Check it out. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, knockout. Dude. Marvelous. So good. So good.
I'm actually speechless.
Wow, that was... Did you see that, Tommy? That was amazing.
Thank you.
All right, let's just review that.
Emphasis saying that it's amazing, right?
Yeah, there's no way of
Chills, man, goosebumps.
Words is not giving me justice of what I just saw.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just walk through this. Every single time he came at you, you got him down on the floor, like with maybe 2-3 moves, and he was down on the floor.
And I love the last move.
It was quite hesitant.
Yeah, he was like,
I think he wasn't sure if he really did because you were sitting there and he knew what was coming.
roundhouse kick.
Yeah,
but then
spinning back kick in this case. Yeah, I think but that's pretty much what it's about. You know, if I cannot take very long, especially if you don't have much stamina and you don't have the time to train like 6 hours per week and 4 hours per day. So it has to end within seconds.
Right.
And that's what Wing Chun is all about. It's to be brutal, to be unfair, and to be direct.
Okay.
And so if the guy comes at you, he should lie down there after 2 seconds.
So it just literally breaks all the game rules.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is exactly why it's not a game.
Yeah, true. And that's what the aggressor did in the first place. You know, it takes a while until you actually have to physically defend yourself.
Right.
Self-defense starts sooner. You know, it has something to do with posture. It has something to do with when do I actually feel that I'm getting threatened? That somebody threatens me. It begins with the looks, and then with
what you looking at, man?
Exactly.
What you looking
What's your
at?
problem, man? You want a piece of me?
Oh no,
and how to get out of that. And then pushing phase and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what it is. If you know how to get out of these things, it's very good. But if that's not possible anymore, then Wing Chun teaches you, how to finish off the situation in your favor.
Has it ever come to a point where you were like, you know what? I'm going to use my Wing Chun. Has it ever come to a point that you've used it in street fights ever in your life?
Unfortunately. I mean, I used to work as a bouncer at dance clubs for about 7 to 8 years.
Oh, nice.
In Germany, and there was every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you might be able to imagine you have quite a lot of knuckleheads running around there. So
let me into the club, man. Come on. I've been standing here for like hours, bro.
Exactly. Let me in. So yeah, it happens.
Oh wow.
It happened. Not anymore. I don't do this anymore, but I used to be in that line of work.
Right. So when it came to that, obviously, did your training teach you like you shouldn't hurt someone too much, but you would try to put him down as slowly as you can? Or do you
not as slowly as you can, but in a way that you don't hurt him.
Hurt him too much.
Exactly. So you got to be able to take him out in a safely way, in a safely manner, making sure that nobody else gets hurt and the guy either. So there are methods that we have there as well. It's actually we have in my organization we teach a program that's called Tactical, and it's for law enforcement officers, it's for military personnel, and for bouncers, and. If you want to, we can just perform it.
Yeah, we'd love to see that. But how many countries do you actually teach this to?
In 12 countries. I mean, we have schools in 12 countries. I used to teach the police actually military police in Brazil, and there are some German police units that I teach. And we're also involved. We're communicating with the army here in Sri Lanka at the moment.
Oh wow!
So there's something going on over here as well.
That's so cool. Okay, so that's obviously why you're here in Sri Lanka as well, to obviously train the forces as well. Let me ask you this. When it comes to like armed forces learning how to do the Wing Chun thing, like is there a different method that they should learn? Because I'm guessing they would have to use this on the public if it ever does come to it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they of course the emphasis there has to be on the restraint and control movements. They have to know how to use it without actually disabling the guy forever. And this is why we have that kind of program. Especially the forces in Germany, they're not allowed to even use bare knuckle fists. To hit somebody's face, they have to use open palms and stuff like that. So it uses. We use a lot of levers. We actually call it soft techniques, but there's nothing soft about the techniques. It's just that the guy doesn't get hurt physically. So that's the whole idea of this thing.
Oh wow! All right. So I really want to see what this looks like. What about you?
I'm very excited, but one question I need to know. We're switching the lanes a little bit here. Tell me.
Wait, I'm not ready for the demonstration just yet. I'm just not.
I had another question in my mind. I want to ask about the visits of, like, you landed in Sri Lanka. When was this?
Come again?
You landed here in Sri Lanka?
Yes.
A couple of days back?
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're going back to Germany?
On Monday, so on Monday. 3 days from now, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, tell me, what do you love the most about the country?
Oh man, I love the ocean.
You love the ocean and sunshine.
Yeah, and living in Germany, of course, sunshine. Living in Germany, there's a lack of sunshine, especially at the moment, winter time. It's very, very cold. So I really enjoy. That's the good thing about my job is I get to travel to all these countries. We have the schools in those 12 countries, and there are countries like Brazil and like the U.S. and like Puerto Rico and Sri Lanka, and this is something that I love. Just going to these places, getting to know new people, new culture,